I love to grill food. It's just so relaxing. Oh, didn't see you there. Milkchoco Guides here. And by the way, it's summer, everyone. I hope you're having a good time in this vacation days. Anyway, today we're going to take a look at the Bomber class by analyzing his stats and seeing a bit what this class is all about. He was actually my main when I started playing, so I hope I can share with you some good tips and tricks. Now, let's take a look at this class. The Bomber is a mostly tank class. This because the Bomber has a very low level of speed, but a very high level of health points, literally the opposite of the invisible. This stats pair perfectly with his ability, which lets you do a sprint forward and then create an explosion, which deals about 250 points of damage based on the distance of the enemy. Now, let's deep dive into this class. Here we have a list of his stats. Now, let's cover them one by one. The Bomber has 225 health points. It's one of the classes with the most health points in the game. Plus, he has 100 points of barrier, which make him even stronger. Unfortunately, he has 26.5 points of speed, one of the lowest in the game. Up here on the right, we can see a radar chart, showing that the Bomber's positive stats are centered the most around HP and grenade throw. Now let's talk about his ability. Self-destruction. Self-destruction, as we mentioned in the introduction, makes our character sprint forward and create an explosion which deals up to 250 points of damage based on the distance of the enemy. Like damn, bro's going full Allahu Akbar mode. The countdown to use this skill is 15 seconds, and its duration is about a second, divided in sprint and explosion. Now let's talk about his counter ability heroes. The Bomber doesn't actually have a counter ability hero, but for example, the Hook can grab the Bomber to prevent him from using his ability, or the Iron can use his ability to take the 80% less damage from the explosion. Now, let's talk about some maps where he can be very useful in. The Bomber is a class that's very good for assaulting the enemy, so what maps could we choose other than assault itself? Here we have the two assault maps. Now, let's see some strategies to use in the two maps. Let's start with the first one. In this map, you can find a lot of hiding places that can help you in assaulting the enemy. Here are some of them. For example, here, very next to the base, you have this little passage with many holes, which you can use to surprise attack the enemy, who will probably run to the milk tank the most of the times. You could also try to infiltrate in the enemy base by using the blocks as barrier, and then immediately attack. Another very effective place is this one, which is very near the milk tank and can lead you to kill a lot of enemies, and with the help of some teammates, you can turn the tables and take the win. And if you just simply don't want to hide, you could just jump into the crowd and spread chaos. We like chaos, don't we? Now let's look at the second map. When we enter in this map, we can find two paths to follow. By going to the first one, we can go in this building and pass on this bridge. After that, we can find cover here, and when the moment is right, we can jump out of the building and use our skill. By following the second path, we can go in this little trench and wait for the right moment to jump in this hole and use our ability. We can also surprise the enemy in various other ways. Here are some of them. Now that we covered all about the maps, let's get to the part you all waited for, the tips and tricks. When in close places, the Bomber's ability becomes very powerful. Take for example the maps container or Kill the Devil. In this maps, the enemy doesn't expect a surprise attack because of the walls that create a blind spot to their vision. When you use the Bomber, you must look out for any snipers, as they can use your slowness as an advantage for them. Yes, your health points are high, but it still doesn't take long for a sniper to kill you. The scoped crossbow is a very good weapon to use with the Bomber. This because the scoped crossbow is a strong weapon that works best in a mid-range fight. This stats pair perfectly with the Bomber and enhance his stats. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope my tips were helpful. Next on the channel, I will probably try to do different type of content like maps, overviews, tier listing, and things like that. Don't forget to like and follow. It helps me a lot. And I'll see you with the next video. Milkchoco guides out.